sacrifice and enduring achievements of almost 22 million living Americans who served our nation in uniform, at home and abroad during times of both war and peace. On this 11th day of this 11th month, as we have in so many years past, Americans will reflect on our way of life and pay tribute to the men and women who made it all possible. Individually and collectively, veterans are the lifeblood of democracy. As our president recently reminded us, when the world is threatened, it calls on America, and we call on our troops. Today, in countless ceremonies repeated across the country, Americans will pause to pay honor to those who have earned the title veteran. Men and women who gave of themselves what no one day of tribute can ever truly honor, and what no words of appreciation can fully acknowledge. They are our fathers, mothers, grandfathers, brothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles. They are our neighbors, friends, and colleagues. They are people who offered life's most vital years in service to country and often sacrificed their health and welfare for us. They were our protectors and defenders, war fighters, peacemakers, and peacekeepers. They were guardians of the greatest social and political experiment the world has ever known, representative democracy. America was born in conflict and tempered in never to be forgotten battles like Bunker Hill, Gettysburg, San Juan Hill, Normandy, Iwo Jima, Incheon, La Drang, and now Fallujah, Anaconda, Kandahar, and Kabul, as well as 1,000 other skirmishes and firefights remembered only by those who fought there and who lost friends there. Places recalled only by grid coordinates and names like Hamburger Hill. Our military legacy has been forged by everyday veterans like Lieutenant Bowser of the United States Air Force, Lieutenant Commander Dorothy Ryan of our Navy, Lieutenant Sharon Foreman of the U.S. Army. These women served as military nurses nearly 50 years ago during the Vietnam War. They were part of a heroic effort that treated over 153,000 wounded warriors of that conflict. For those veterans and so many others of that war, being an American and fighting for their cause was a stand for principles and ideals worth risking and losing everything for a chance to continue our uniquely American way of life. Throughout our history, countless Americans have served liberty's cause. More than 1 million have died in its name, and more than 1.5 million others have suffered the wounds of war. Each generation did its part to bequeath to the next a strong and free America, and all too often paid the steep price of freedom with the coin of sacrifice. Employees of the Department of Veterans Affairs, we are privileged to serve the American veteran. There is no higher honor. From every state in the Union, native and foreign-born, they represent all the world's races and religions, and time and again, they prove themselves the descendants of one common creed, one nation under God, and guardians of one common trust, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. As it was at our country's beginning, so it is now. Americans of every generation, from our greatest generation of World War II to today's generation from Iraq and Afghanistan, all have earned the services VA provides. From the research lab to a veteran patient's bedside, from disability compensation to education benefits to life insurance, from home ownership to homeless interventions, and to providing eternal resting places in our beautiful national cemeteries. Veterans deserve these programs, all the care and every service we provide. This is how we fulfill President Lincoln's call to care for all those who shall have borne the battle, their families and survivors. It has been said that how a nation remembers its defenders is a clear demonstration of its character and conscience. We're almost It is in our great regard and respect for veterans. And through our commemoration on Veterans Day, we reaffirm our belief that veterans are the living symbols of what America values and honors. Your presence here today has meaning beyond a simple ceremony of appreciation. By our words of gratitude to our serving troops and to our veterans, and by our advocacy for them, we reinforce the covenant between America and the men and women who defend her. We do this because we recognize a basic truth. It is, in large part, the deeds of the American veteran that bind us to our noble past, strengthen us in the difficult present, and inspire us to meet the future challenges we will certainly face as a nation in the years and decades to come. Ladies and gentlemen, on this Veterans Day 2014, thank you for attending today's ceremony. God bless our veterans. God bless those wearing our uniform today, across the country and around the globe, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you.